what is happening? Let me make sure I'm all set here. So we are live. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Sunsets. It is well into fall. Let me jump over here. And yeah, we got ourselves a nice fall sunset. This sun is so far out on the horizon. It is so obvious. If you've been following along from summer, it was way up above, and now it's way out. And that is because of it making circles around us, and because of our eye zooming in and out of it, and then perspective is why it looks like it rises and falls. No, it's just making circles above us. But our eyes see it through a triangulation. East is over here, and then it rises and it falls over a triangle. It's just what you see. People will say that's not the case, but no, you can do time lapse is of it, and you don't see it ellipse. You will see it arc over the triangle, but then you see it come down, and your eyes zoom in and zoom out of it, and that is a good old-fashioned geocentric model for sure. It is not scientifically untrue. Geocentrism is not debated whether or not it's possible. Now, only the debunkers will do so. And so what they're going to do is they're going to fake a non-sunset. They're going to go down to Antarctica and they're going to show you this sun being really high in the sky. Now, this sun, when you're out there, it's the same triangulation issue. And they're going to, at noon, make it look like it's really south, make it look like it goes behind them on a ball. So if you've been watching sunsets and you watch my sunset challenge here, you'll understand when they come back with their fake video of how they're going to do it. But this thing is really the final experiment, which is why I'm doing the sunset challenge, is to just show their camera tricks. Not one of them has gone out and shown a sunset in practice. Their batteries are going to die. In the cold weather, your batteries die really fast. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna just sit here and watch another sunset. I forgot my tripod, so I got my phone in my shoe here. So if the sun does hide behind these clouds, I might call it early because my foot might get cold. But it could be a pretty one tonight too, as well. It's been a couple weeks. I don't think I did one the last 2 weeks. And it's a bit brisk out here. We're out here in the Pacific Northwest. Let me see if anybody's on the chat here. But yeah, this is the Sunset Challenge. And it's just asking you to go ask yourself if this proves it for you, what this does for you. Some people it does absolutely nothing for them. Fine. Others it proves a ball. That's crazy. But I'll listen to you. But, you know, I'm not going to listen to you forever. I'm not going to argue with you. If perspective doesn't do it for you, I mean, it is scientifically true that geocentrism does work. That's the most frustrating part about the modern debunker. The modern debunker doesn't seem to understand that. If it works on a ball, it works on a plane. We live on the plane of the ball if it's a ball. We do live on a plane. All the metrics use plane trigonometry. They use straight lines. The bottom of the triangle is a straight line. The oceans are just not measured to be curved. They'll try to say that they are, but they're just not. And you actually can't measure the water. You can measure the air, and they'll find light refractions in the air like Luciferians to build their worlds. And that's really what they are. They're cult members that are a part of Scientology, who are trying to build a fake heaven, so we live in it, so we worship them. And you don't have to go to the spiritual stuff, but this is the natural science of this earth, and this is a creation. And if you want to attribute it to a god, that's fine. The other team wants you to attribute it to their science, their deity, to their god. And yeah, they are right that we're committing blasphemy against them. And a lot of people get into this and they're not that spiritual. They just find the science of it really interesting. And it is quite fascinating. I find the geocentric part, the celestials, really fascinating. Is it simple? No, not at all. it's a bit holographic. It's a bit, it's not on both models. It's not exactly what you see. The explanation of that the Earth is moving, it's going to take a little more than what you just go out and observe. You don't feel the Earth to be moving. They'll say, well, why would you? Because you said it was moving. Usually words are attributed to their action. Usually you do feel motion, and you do feel motion in automobiles, you feel motion in boats and airplanes, and then you feel the stillness of the Earth when you are not in those vessels, and you do see the sun to move, so it's not crazy to say that it's not. And it's not something to laugh at. Neil deGrasse Tyson would not laugh at this. Michio Kaku and Lawrence Krauss, who did a documentary about geocentrism, weren't laughing at naturalists or creationists. They were like, yeah, this is something that's always been debated. So I can't really see the screen here and see the chat. But yeah, we're just going to sit here and usually just do my spiel and then quiet down and watch this sun and get some documentation. But yeah, it was way, I'm gonna move the camera real quick if we don't mess it up, but it was way over here this summer, sitting behind those trees, like it was in the tree line kind of, and then now it is way out here, and it's a bit cloudy, but there's a mountain range out there, and you can see it go behind those mountains, and it's not just farther away, it's lower in the sky, and that's perspective as well, and that's proof that it's the sun moving around us. And yeah, I don't know how to not attribute that to a flat Earth. I think that is just more proof. But no, you got to go measure the water. I'm working on a buoy experiment to go measure the water. You can obviously do it with cameras, and there's probably a ton of different ways to do it, but they're always going to want to measure the air. They want to measure the air, they want to find lights in the air, and they want to put it into a ball. So it gets a little crazy arguing with them. I try not to do it too much. You don't want to waste all your time arguing with Luciferians that think there's an outer space and there's these worlds out there. No, the world's here. We're supposed to build it here, and they want to create a universe. And yeah, I did a whole series this summer called The Summer of Flat Earth, and I was just talking about geocentrism and the geocentric nature of our reality, and it gets very emotional. That's the whole point on their end, is to build a fake world when you're not supposed to do it. Is this one a little boring? Yeah, it can be. Fighting them can be fun as well. It can mix it up a little bit, but you know, it's everybody's Earth, and we're supposed to share it and not ruin it. And they want to build space bases, and they want to colonize outer space. They want to seed outer space, and they want to do weird things here. So and confuse your mind and all that. And yeah, it goes as far as them saying that the Earth is a spinning ball. We see a circle of the sun, therefore the Earth is a circle. I just don't. You don't see everything all at once. That's what the universe means. Universe means everything within time and space. And because of those pictures, what do they have? Omnipotence. And we're saying, no, you do not have everything within time and space. You only have it in your phony, bony pictures, and you can measure water. And it's proof that those pictures are fake, because those pictures are showing curved water. And it's sea level. You can measure that water, and it's not curved. So that's the gist of it. That's the simplicity of it. I don't go much deeper than that. A lot of other flat earthers do a really good job of teaching it, and I just battle for it. I just fight for it, and just let people know it is a spiritual battle. And this will bring you home. This will flatten you out, and this will let you know that either way, it's a bit complicated, but it sure does not feel to be moving. So I'm gonna shut up here and just kind of sit here and enjoy the sunset. But yeah, it's pretty obvious to me that it's a local sun beaming its light onto this world, and we always want to change it so it comes from us, but it doesn't. It comes from the creation itself, and probably a creator. Well, yeah, it does come from a creator, but that's up to you. That's something that you gotta do for yourself. I'm not here to teach you about God. That would be my God stuff. So I'll just meet you at Flat Earth. Well, there it goes. I don't think it's going to light up the sky. It could, but it's pretty dark out there. So as it sets even further, I think those clouds are going to block it. And I might call it, I think hopefully one of these times I get a good one where I can show you. It's setting behind those mountains, but yeah, right now it's another cloudy one. So, but you can kind of see it. It's definitely farther out there. But until next time, we'll try again, and I'm gonna put together a compilation on a short video of the difference between the summer and the fall sunset. But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. But yeah, we'll see you next week. I'm going to call it my foot is freezing. So I forgot my tripod, so I got the phone in my shoe here. But I'll see you next week, and we'll hopefully have a sunnier sunset.